Love doesn't always look like we expect, and sometimes it teaches us the hardest lessons we never asked for. They warned me about you, but I thought I could change the story. Now I know some stories can't be rewritten. You didn't just teach me to be cautious, you taught me to be stronger in my own choices. You never realize how much someone has changed you until the world around you starts to see it too. Sometimes it's not the betrayal that hurts the most. It's the realization that you trusted the wrong person. My family doesn't need to know the specifics. They see the difference in me now, and that's enough. They warned me about you, but the biggest warning came from the lessons I've learned from your actions. It's not the mistakes that make us who we are. It's the strength we find to move forward after them. The hardest part about betrayal isn't the loss of trust. It's the loss of hope in people you thought you knew. I thought love was supposed to heal, but sometimes it's the healing that comes after love that teaches us the most. Sometimes the only way to truly know someone is to see how they act when things fall apart. They warned me about you, but I needed to see for myself. Now my eyes are open and my heart is healing. Love isn't about perfect moments. It's about knowing when to walk away from toxic ones. You didn't just hurt me. You showed me who I never want to be again. The hardest part isn't leaving. It's knowing you gave so much to someone who never truly saw you. I thought I could fix everything, but sometimes fixing means letting go. Sometimes we trust people we shouldn't, and it's only when they break us that we understand why. The most painful truth is realizing you weren't enough for someone who was supposed to be your everything. They warned me, but it wasn't until I saw it for myself that I understood what they meant. You were the lesson I needed to learn, even if it came with heartache and regret. The most painful part of love is realizing that the person you loved didn't love you back in the way you needed. Trust doesn't fade overnight, but when it's broken, it leaves a scar that takes time to heal. I never needed to explain to my family how much you hurt me. They saw it in the way I changed. Love is beautiful until you realize it's not enough to fix what's already broken. Sometimes the hardest battles are fought within ourselves, learning when to stay and when to walk away. They warned me, but I was too blinded by what I wanted to see, not by what was truly there. No one can truly love until they learn to love themselves first. The most painful goodbyes are the ones you never wanted to say, but knew you had to. You taught me that sometimes the greatest act of love is letting go. Sometimes it's not the love that hurts, it's the expectations we build around it. I thought love could conquer all, but I've learned it doesn't heal every wound. The truth is harsh, but it's only in facing it that we can move forward. Your actions spoke louder than your words ever could, and now everyone knows the truth. The hardest part of healing isn't letting go of the past. It's accepting that you've already outgrown it. Some people don't realize the damage they do until they're long gone, and by then, it's too late. The truth always surfaces, no matter how deeply it's buried. It just takes time. When the love is real, it doesn't require fixing. It just needs understanding. You don't need to explain your scars to anyone. The people who truly care will see the healing process. What you do to someone's heart lingers long after you've gone, leaving traces no one else can erase. You were a lesson I never expected, but I wouldn't change the growth I've gained from the pain. It's not the breaking that's painful. It's the realization that you trusted the wrong person with your heart. The truth hurts, but the freedom that comes after it is worth the pain. People come into our lives for reasons we don't always understand and leave us with lessons we never forget. Trust is fragile. Once broken, it takes a lifetime to rebuild, if it can ever be rebuilt. I let you in when I shouldn't have, but now I've learned that my heart needs better protection. It's funny how some people only show their true selves when it's too late to make a change. They warned me about you, but I thought I was different. Now I know I was just one of many. It's not the love that fades. It's the respect that disappears first. I could never unsee the truth once it was revealed, and it changed everything about how I view love. Sometimes it's not the person who leaves you that hurts. It's the part of you that leaves with them. The hardest part about love isn't falling, it's learning how to get back up after it's over. I never knew how strong I was until I had to heal from the broken pieces of trust you left behind. Sometimes the people we trust the most leave us with the hardest lessons, and we can't unlearn them, no matter how much we wish we could. It's not just what people do, but how they make you feel that stays with you, echoing in your heart long after they are gone. They warned me about you, but I thought love could change you. Now I realize some things can't be fixed. I had to learn the hard way that not everyone who says they love you has your best interests at heart. Trust is fragile. Once it's broken, no amount of apologies can ever make it whole again. What people don't realize is that silence is often the loudest cry for help, and sometimes it's too late for redemption. The more I ignored the warnings, the more the truth became inevitable. Sometimes the lies are more comfortable than the truth. My family didn't need to know. Your actions spoke louder than my words ever could. You taught me that not all battles are meant to be fought, but I had to lose to understand that. The hardest part of betrayal is not the act itself, but the realization that you ignored all the signs. Some lessons are bitter, but the wisdom gained from them can last a lifetime. I let my heart blind me to the truth, and now my family sees it all. They warned me, and I never listened. Love isn't about changing someone, it's about accepting them. But I learned not everyone is meant to be accepted. I thought you were my forever, but now I see I was just your lesson. When people show you who they truly are, believe them, even if it hurts. You were the storm I tried to weather, but in the end, I realized I needed to find my own peace. Trusting the wrong person is like walking barefoot on broken glass, slow, painful, and inevitable. I didn't need to explain everything to my family. Your actions did it for me. You were a lesson wrapped in love, and now I'm stronger for it, though it took time to heal. The truth always comes out, and sometimes it's a painful revelation that can't be undone. It's strange how love can blind you until the pieces of the puzzle fit together and you finally see the truth. They warned me about you, but I had to learn the truth with my own heart. Now my family knows the price of my lesson. We all have scars, but the ones you left were the deepest because they were self-inflicted by my own choices. Sometimes the hardest part of healing isn't the pain. It's letting go of the person who caused it. No one can truly heal until they admit the truth, no matter how much it stings. People may hurt you, but they also teach you your worth, and I've learned mine. The truth was always in front of me, but it was only when I was ready to see it that it became clear. Sometimes, the people we love the most are the ones who can hurt us the deepest. It's a painful truth to accept. They didn't just warn me about you, they warned me about my own weakness in loving you. Family doesn't always need to hear your words. They can see the changes in you that others can't. Love doesn't fix everything, but it can reveal everything. It's not always the mistakes we make that break us. It's the people we let break us. The hardest part of love is knowing when it's time to walk away, even when you don't want to. Your love was a beautiful lie I wanted to believe, but now my eyes are wide open. You may have been a lesson in disguise, but the cost of that lesson was too high for me to ever forget. My family sees the cracks in me that you left behind. They don't need to know the details, they just know. The deeper the love, the harder the fall. But I've learned that it's the fall that teaches you to rise. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is let go of someone who doesn't want to stay. The truth doesn't hurt until you realize it's been there all along and you ignored it. They told me you were trouble, but I couldn't see the danger until it was too late. The hardest truth I had to face wasn't that you lied, but that I allowed myself to believe those lies. The more I love, the more I learn. Sometimes love is the biggest teacher of all. It's a painful thing when you realize that the person you trusted the most was the one who let you down. When you ignore the warnings, the consequences become your teacher, and that's not a lesson anyone wants to learn. They warned me, but I wanted to believe in the good, even when the bad was clear as day. You taught me the difference between love and attachment, and the importance of knowing the difference. I could never undo the past, but I can build a future where I no longer let the wrong people into my heart. Trust once broken is like glass shattered. No matter how hard you try, it never goes back to what it was. I learned to stop hoping for change in someone who was never going to change. You didn't just break my trust. You taught me how strong I can be without you.